Welcome to Dream Machines Decoded office. Today we are here to discuss on the end of chapter 1 and I'm going to present what has happened so far. Thank you for joining us in this meeting. Our first stop was Molsheim, France. At Molsheim we've seen the story of Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic known as the La Voiture Noire.
But there was one Type 57 SC that outshone them all. A personal project of John's that would become known as La Voiture Noire, the black car. Created in 1936, this one-of-a-kind Type 57 SC Atlantic was more than just a car, it was a rolling sculpture.
It was a two-part journey of the black car story and the modern-day one-of-one beauty named after the original.
Fast forward to 2019, and the legend of La Voiture Noire lives on in a new form. Bugatti, now under the ownership of the Volkswagen Group, but still committed to its founder's vision of creating the extraordinary, unveiled a modern interpretation of the iconic car at the Geneva Motor Show.
Then we've headed to Michigan, USA to learn about the creation of Ford GT.
Their task? Transform the Ford GT40 from an unreliable prototype into a Ferrari-beating machine. It was an uphill battle against time, technology, and corporate politics. The team worked tirelessly, innovating and testing, pushing boundaries in aerodynamics and engine performance. Every failure was a lesson, every setback a challenge to overcome.
We came back to Europe and observed Ferrari's racing background in Modena, Italy.
It all began in 1963. Henry Ford II, looking to boost Ford's image, set his sights on buying Ferrari. Negotiations seemed promising, but at the last moment, Enzo Ferrari pulled out. Ford was furious. His new mission: beat Ferrari at their own game. The stage was set for an automotive grudge match that would cost millions and push man and machine to their limits. Ford's target? The crown jewel of motorsport, Le Mans.
These two brands have met in one of the most famous races of history, 24 Hours of Le Mans in France.
June 18, 1966. Le Mans. The atmosphere was electric as the Ford and Ferrari teams prepared for battle. As the race began, it quickly became clear this was no ordinary contest. The lead changed hands multiple times in the early hours. But as night fell, Ford's strategy began to pay off. Their cars, designed to run at high speeds for long periods, started to pull ahead. Miles, in particular, was driving the race of his life.
Then we turned our heads towards east and visited the neon streets of Tokyo, learned about the art of drifting. Welcome back to Dream Machines Decoded. Today we're diving into neon-lit streets of Tokyo where the roar of engines meet the screech of tires. We're talking about the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift and the fascinating world of JDM culture. JDM, or Japanese domestic market, isn't just about cars, it's a lifestyle. Born in the land of the rising sun, this automotive subculture has taken the world by storm. But to understand Tokyo Drift, we first need to understand the art of drifting. Tokyo wasn't the only place we've seen in Japan. We went to Lexus headquarters in Nagoya as well. LFA project was the topic and we've seen the pre-production process of the car. The development process was anything but straightforward. What started as an aluminum-bodied concept in 2000 evolved into a carbon fiber masterpiece by 2010. Narusa and his team spent countless hours at the Nürburgring, pushing prototypes to their limits. The grueling 24-hour races at the ring weren't just for testing durability. They were about honing the LFA's performance to perfection. In the last video of the chapter, we were in Stuttgart to tell the story of Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo. The 919 Hybrid Evo evolved from Porsche's successful LMP1 race car. At its heart lies a 2-liter turbocharged V4 engine paired with an electric motor on the front axle. In its LMP1 form, this powertrain produced around 900 horsepower. But for the Evo, Porsche cranked it up to 11, or more accurately, to 1160 horsepower. Its record run on SPA track in Francorchamps was the first step. First up, SPA Francorchamps in Belgium. Here, the Evo didn't just break the lap record, it obliterated it. Neil Jani lapped the circuit in 1:41.77, nearly a second faster than Lewis Hamilton's pole position time in a Formula 1 car the previous year. Let that sink in. A modified endurance racer outpaced the pinnacle of motorsport engineering. Nürburgring Nordschleife was its prime achievement since it still is recognized with that record-breaking run. But the best was yet to come. On June 29, 2018, at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, Timo Bernhard achieved the unthinkable. He lapped the 20.8-kilometer circuit in a scarcely believable 5:19.55, smashing the previous record set by Stefan Belov in 1983 by almost a minute. The car was really a dream machine. We've made a world tour in Chapter 1, visited a lot of countries with even better cars. Many stories were told and even some movies were observed alongside the real stories. With the last episode of Chapter 1, our journey will bring new chapters with different themes and ideas. From now on, we will discover new stories under Chapter 2, Rosso Corsa. Rosso Corsa is an exciting new series in Dream Machines Decoded that takes viewers on a deep dive into the heart of Italian automotive culture and engineering excellence. Named after the iconic racing red color synonymous with Italian motorsports, this chapter explores the rich heritage, innovative designs, and passionate stories behind Italy's most renowned car manufacturers and design houses. Rosso Corsa is about the passion, speed, and artistry that define Italian automotive excellence. Join us as we decode the machines that have captured the world's imagination and fueled the dreams of car enthusiasts for generations. See you in Italy for the next episode.